Hi, Aquarius. This is Just with your September 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Aquarius, some of you may be experiencing that your long-term manager, supervisor, or an established exec at your company organization is leaving, and now a new, younger, more fresher person is coming into the mix. So I do see some changes in the workplace for some of you. What's old is leaving, and some new, fresh energy is coming to an already established environment. Is what it looks like. Some of you may find that you may have an opportunity, and some of you may become that new person. So some of you may have an opportunity to get some sort of promotion, and some of you, I do see that you're trying to leave one place for another. Okay. Excuse me. I do see some coming up with a new way of doing things. Some of you may be a little bit more acclimated to your work environment. So you're being more of a team player. You're being less of the authoritative person. Okay. Some of you may even have decided to take on less of a authoritative role and take on more of a role that is a whole new project. So no, I'm not managing a team of 10. Now I work by myself, and I work on projects alone, for the company. So I do see like this shift where you were once carrying most of the responsibility and control. I do see like there's a new understanding of having to integrate with either in a way that gives you less responsibility over others, less authority over others, but it may integrate you more into the company aspect, into more of an organization, but it's something that you kind of work alone. I don't know who that relates to, but it does relate to someone. Some of you, I feel like if you just recently started a job, you may find that your manager is a lot to deal with, male or female. Aquarius, male or female manager, supervisor, you may feel like there are a lot to deal with. Some of you that either have become a manager, particularly Aquarius women, you may be a lot to deal with. So you need to relax, okay? Because now that you've been given a new sense of authority, doesn't mean that you have to act a fool. So relax. And I know hearing the word acting a fool may be offensive to some people, but if you're not a manager and you haven't now become crazed over a level of power, this does not reflect you. If you've recently become a manager, or you are a manager and you are tripping off of your level of power, you are acting foolish and you need to cut it out. So this is just a word of advice, not a down or slight to you. And because I feel like you're intimidating your employees, and that's not a good energy that you want to have persist. So be mindful of that. I feel like people over you are watching you, are taking stock. If you're starting anything new, guys, on any level, be aware that you're being evaluated. People are watching you. People are taking note. They're not telling you, but you are being watched. So be careful with any antics. Be careful with anything. Just try to, work up to par. I do see that at the end of the month, some of you will be, I do see like some of you may walk away from opportunity. Like a job offer may come in for you, and you may walk away from it. You may leave an opportunity behind. Okay. Some of you may lose an opportunity, like a real good, valuable opportunity, because again, you may not be wanting to go into a new direction. So for some of you, I do see new doors opening up, but you may not be ready for it. And so you're saying, no, that could be a good opportunity, but I'm not going to jump on it right now. I do see that Aquarius for the remainder of this month is very focused. You guys are very much mentally in control. You're not going to allow anyone else to dictate to you your life, what you're going to do. To some extent, I feel like some of you are starting a new way of being. It's like a dichotomy. Some of you are realizing that being that over authoritative person where you got to control everything and everyone isn't necessarily the best way, or you have to be so rigid in your own beliefs that you cannot be open to, going along with the team, that sort of thing. You may find that taking on a different approach and, starting over where you are being a little bit more of a team player, you're willing to work more, you're willing to compromise a little bit more. You may find that just creates a better working environment overall. And it's like night and day. You may find because you're doing that things are changing for you. And you may even start to see the way that people may have perceived you, like, oh, you act this way, but because you've changed your ways, you may now notice that in other people. Okay. So that's something to take note. I do see that there's this, someone could be leaving your job for some of you. So someone could be leaving. And I do sense that somebody is getting ready to get called out on something. There could be some type of deceit going on at the workplace. Okay. So I feel like you guys may be the outsiders looking in. You may hear about this toward the ending part of the month, that sort of thing. So be mindful of that. Money looks pretty stable for those of you that obviously is making income. It looks pretty stable. If you have your own business, it looks like you guys are going to be trying to approach your business in a new sort of way, and perfecting a new element. You may even try to align with a company or a partnership, but I feel like it's more organization than it is an actual person. And I feel like it's going to be a good business venture together if you do. You may already be in something existing that you want to get out of. And so it's like you're trying to leave one thing for the other. Okay. And if you do in a way that is not just upfront, someone's going to call you out on it. Someone may be trying to do that to you, maybe trying to push you out, and bring someone else in and you not know. And then you find out, then you have to call someone else out on it. So I do kind of see that. As it relates to love, I feel like some of you men are very authoritative right now. You're very controlled in your relationship. You're running things in your relationship. And I feel like you may feel like it's working. It's working. But out of the blue, if you are, your mate is going to call you out. Call you right out. And if it's happening to you, you're going to call that person out. And it's like, if someone feels like they're power tripping, because I get this, power tripping, that other person is going to call them out. And then as soon as you get called out, or as soon as you call someone out, you're going to turn that person back into being fearful, or, feeling like now they got to do underhanded things. It's like this. It's like some people, they like to run the show, right? So they typically attract people that will let them run the show. And that person that lets you run the show, they know that you're not the person in control of them. But they know that you like to be the star of the show. You like to be the, person, you like to be, the main attraction or main attention, and the person that kind of has this air of like they control everything. So they let you, because it's like, okay, it makes them happy. Sure, I'll let you, believe that you're controlling everything. But the problem with that is that people that, has this false sense of, power, authority, they can become, power trippers and get a little too much with it. And if that's the case, then, that person will have to remind you that, hey, you don't control me. You're not controlling this, And if that's the case, then that's going to make that person that was given all that false sense of power, it's going to make them a little bit, sheepish. Like, what? Like, wow. Because it's going to come off very blunt when the person rips into you and you rip into them. It's going to come off very blunt. And that's going to make the person be very defensive. And I feel that either the person is going to try to fix it and make it right, but you may be turned off by it, or that other person may be completely turned off by you, and then there's really not going to be much you could do to try to fix it. Or you may be trying to find a way to get as far away from that person as possible because you want to be the person that someone, pushes your ego, and they, you know, you don't want a reality check. So I get reality checks. I get people being resentful because they're getting a reality check. And, you know, other than that, I just get, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting. Reality checks. I'm getting a reality check, and people getting mad because they're getting a reality check. Is what I'm getting here. So that's what I have for you guys for the remainder of the 2 weeks. Hopefully this has been helpful for you, if it has. And I also want to mention that if you're getting a reality check, giving someone a reality check, they may find themselves running to someone that's going to appease them. You know how they say that, you know, people with inflated egos, they keep people around them that's only going to perpetuate their ego. They may go to someone that continues to perpetuate that for them. So that's what I have for you guys for the remainder of this month. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you like to comment below, and keep in mind, this is not just Aquarius's. This could be happening to you. It's be happening to you as well. So it's not saying that this is all Aquarius is doing this to everyone. And a lot of you may not even resonate with this, but this is a strong message for some of you out there. If you would like to comment in the section below, please do so. We would love to hear from you. If you would like a personal counsel with me, I can be reached in the description box below, as well as the beginning and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. It's different, guys. I always have something different going on, because this depends on what we see. But welcome, 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 and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aquarius.